What it do, y'all? It's your boy Nikolai, aka Mr. Vicencio. That's right, I'm him. I'm here and ready to give y'all my Cowboys insight, knowledge, and opinion. I'm gonna give y'all a quick take, a little something to now that the dust has settled somewhat over this loss. It's been a whole week. I gave y'all already, more of an emotional take. Just trying to be Mr. Vicencio last time around, and I was more of just Nikolai, man. Just giving y'all just some emotions on how I felt about the game. Kind of made it a long-winded video, and this one ain't gonna be that. This one's gonna be quick. I'm gonna hit a couple of points. Injuries, how I feel about Micah Parsons back and forth with some of the other players, the whole F Dallas thing with Kittle and just the overall feeling that I get coming out of Dallas now that it's been almost a week after the game, right? So first on, we're gonna talk about the injuries, because for sure it looks like LVE, Leighton Vander Esch, is going to be put on IR. Hence, we are going to need help in the linebacker room, depth on that end. They're already talking about moving Micah Parsons more off ball, which I've always been a person yelling for that, banging on the table for that. I think Micah Parsons can truly be utilized more. I don't know if the word proficiently makes sense, but he's so fast, man. You know what I mean? I get that he's a superhero when it comes to rushing the passer, right? But can you imagine sideline to sideline having him cover as well? If we were to just brush up his covering, his zones, reads, and all that stuff, bruh, he could be a true game record. That's my opinion. I also think Micah Parsons, if we're going prototypical size, he's just undersized as a 24/7, I'm going to be rushing all the time. How long is he going to last throughout the season like that? No matter how good he is, just look at him as, I think he would be better suited longevity-wise through his career, and he would help us out if we were to make him more off-ball. So I happen to like that move. I would love to see him play a little more off-ball. We did just sign someone to our practice squad by the name of Rashaan Evans. I always get confused with the UFC fighter. Shout out to Rashaan Evans. But apparently he was a stud coming out of college. He was a first-round pick. If I do remember correctly, I do remember playing the Titans a few times when he was on that squad, and he was a baller. Why he was cut or let go, or now finds himself in a position to just be an addition to the practice squad on a team that needs depth, I don't know. We seem to be always picking up former first rounders and kind of squeezing out what's left in them and making it beneficial for us. So maybe that could be something that we can continue to see and maybe get out of this Rashaan Evans guy. I just like it overall because, again, we need depth at this linebacking position. We need people to step up. Perfect segue into this next player. I haven't heard much prior to this week. I haven't heard much coming out of Dallas about Damone Clark. I mean, preseason, Clark was looking fire, bro. He was looking like he kind of like a Micah Parsons, sideline to sideline, making all the tackles all over the field. It was like, man, this fool, when Overshown was playing, and Overshown, my goodness, like, our defense is going to be fast at the linebacking position. Obviously, we lost Overshown, and Damone Clark was still there. It was just a weird thing for me that we didn't get to see him prior to now. What they're saying is we're going to see a lot more of Damone. He's going to step up in that linebacking position. That one's a strange one for me, because was there a drop-off? Was in the preparation leading first few games? Like, was he just not making the cut? Was it just that we have so many studs that they always want to go LVE over everybody else? Like, I didn't quite understand why Damone Clark got lost. But hopefully he can show up and show why. We had so much praise for him in training camp and in preseason, and that would be nice to see him, step up and maybe be a key contributor. So that's the take, my insight, my whatever feelings, and all off this injury stuff. Because everybody else, I mean, look, we lost EJ Goodwin. He's a special teams ace. Hopefully that doesn't affect our special teams play too much. And Cavante Turpin looks to be healthy enough to practice this week and maybe get some playing time, which I think would be nice, because Cavante Turpin has definitely shown, man, that he could be a piece, man. He could be a little a gadget piece, but a piece nonetheless that could help us in moments, and with his speed, that whole breaking the top off. But we need to have him in the offense in such plays where we're not necessarily needing to throw him open, but that he's just open. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got nothing but space in front of him, and they need to be teaching him in practice and all that stuff. Hey, man, get to the ground, get out of bounds as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like get the yards that we need, but get out of bounds quickly, because ball security, it's not so much that I don't think that he's good with ball security. It's different from semi-pro football to the pros, man. And these men are just gonna come out here and they're gonna take that ball away from him. I don't know how else I could put it, but I just don't trust Cavante Turpin with the ball, because he's a smaller dude. That football, everybody seems to forget, man. The Duke is no joke. The Duke is not no college NCAA type football. It ain't high school football. It's a bigger ball, and for his size, he's good at catching it. He's good at just ball security in his own right against players maybe his own size, but no, sir. Again, if we can find ways to throw him open, get him in space where he's just got nothing but green in front of him, let's do it. Screens, this, that, but tell him, get to the ground fast, man. Hold on to that football, both hands. All right? I am making this a little more long-winded than I wanted to. I apologize. But Micah Parsons podcast, right? This will be the last that I talk about it, because unfortunately, it seems like he's just too far deep into it. I think as an individual, I think he's got to always show up and show that he's accountable, and that he's not gonna quit on something, right? He has to take account of his pride and say, well, I'm not gonna let one game like this, or players talking smack, or the media talking smack, for me to stop what I want to do. And an individual, he has every right, and he can back up his talk with his individual play 100%. But this is a team game, and I kind of take this back to like how it is on the streets. There's a code on the streets. You get involved with something with your homies, or this, that, and the third, something happens, you get popped, hey, you take accountability, and that's it. This was all you. It was almost as if, you put it on yourself. You don't put any pressure on anybody else. You don't dry snitch. You don't do whatever. Same for me. This is the best way I can make it an analogy. Is like, it's the same thing, bro. This podcast just doesn't affect you. It affects your team. So when there's bulletin board material put out there coming out of your mouth, it affects the team, right? That's my only problem against it. But at the end of the day, I'm more of an old soul. I like it where, again, I used to always say I used to make plays and I would just go straight to the sideline or back to the huddle. Everybody else is dabbing me up, hitting me on my helmet. I'm not the type. If I would have ever made the league, I would never be the type to celebrate. I'm sorry. Maybe do a little, brushing off of the shoulder, or a little movement, but that's it. Back to the huddle. Back to this. I very much dislike the new culture of get an interception. Hey, let's get the whole defense down to the fucking end zone so we could all take a picture. Like that type of style of just how these new generation goes about the business is just, again, man, this league is so back and forth that easily a moment of celebration can become like forever bulletin board material for another team player, and then that's it. And the Cowboys I already mentioned this, Cowboys already have that target on us every single week just because we're the Cowboys, and other teams don't understand why we're talked about so much and so forth, right? So that's it on the Micah Parsons thing. Hey, you're gonna have to continue doing it. You're already too deep into it. Just keep it like your boy J-Ron Curse, man. How he answered the Kittle question. He just said, hey, he deserved every right to do it. He did it. It is what it is. Let's move on. We got to make sure that they don't make plays and are able to do those type of things. That'll be it for that. Lastly, man, how I'm viewing this whole Dak Prescott is his fault, the receiver's fault. Of course, a lot of tape comes out. People go, the Dak apologists go, well, look at who's he supposed to be throwing it to. It takes the receivers to be on the same page and this. But it's the same story going back last year, the year before. It's like, at what point are we going to stop saying that there's miscommunication, that players aren't on the same page as Dak? Like, I thought that's what this whole offseason was for them to all be gelling and him taking them out to Atlanta and this, that. Like, in my opinion, I'm sorry, there's no excuse for it anymore. You have all week to prepare. Y'all should be preparing y'all asses. And every week that you guys go out and play, I mean, y'all should be playing 100% A1 all day. How I feel, I mean, look, Dak has plenty of fault on that game, and you can see, yeah, there's evidence that show that the receivers got to step up too in certain elements of the game. But overall, man, I think that all stems from Mike McCarthy and him. You know, I don't want to go back to the Jason Garrett days where it was, we're going to do what we do and we're just going to do it well. And we don't care if the other team knows what we're going to do. We're going to do it well enough to beat them with it. Like, nah, like, we can't be predictable and expect our team to just out-physical the other team, because it didn't happen. There's moments where there's going to be teams that out-physical us, that out-prep us, out-scheme us. You got to get creative. You got to adjust on the fly. And I just felt like we kept it like vanilla. We kept it in a direction that just like, yo, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, for Fred Warner to be breaking down our plays, what we like to do, how he read it perfectly, it's kind of embarrassing. That might just go to show how great of a player he is, but it also kind of goes to show how predictable we can be, and I don't want to. That used to feel exactly how it was when we had Jason Garrett, just kind of predictable. That'll be it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll get more into the preview on the Chargers game tomorrow, Saturday, being that we play Monday, so I got a little, longer week to get this done for y'all. I appreciate y'all once again tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. Help your boy get this information out for y'all so we can all enjoy this journey together. All right. I appreciate y'all. It's been a pleasure. Take it easy. Laters. Peace.